They live in palaces where gold drips from the ceilings and $1 billion in oil flows beneath their feet, yet no outsider truly knows what happens behind Saudi Arabia's fortress gates. Beyond the world's most expensive yachts, marble-lined mansions, and private jets that shadow the desert skies lies a kingdom built on secrets and control, where every image is curated and every headline carefully managed. Today, you're stepping inside the untouchable world of Saudi Arabia's billionaire royals, a world where private dinners happen aboard 500 million yachts, and power is not just inherited, it's engineered, guarded, and sometimes seized in a single night. On the surface, it's a spectacle of luxury. From Riyadh's glittering skyline to chateaus modeled after Versailles. But look closer, and every shining facade hides a network of control, hidden alliances, and stories the world was never meant to see. We're about to reveal 8 secrets the Saudi royals never wanted exposed, and trust me, the last one will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about wealth, power, and freedom. Are you ready to see what really lies behind the gold? Imagine earning $1 billion every single day. In Saudi Arabia, that's not a fantasy, it's routine. This torrent of cash doesn't come from tech unicorns or Wall Street trades, but from a single resource: oil. Beneath the scorching sands, Saudi Aramco pumps out more wealth than any other company on earth, and every drop is under the direct control of the royal family. While much of the world hustles for profit, here, fortunes are inherited with a title and safeguarded by royal decree. Palaces are bought, not built by sweat. Empires are passed down, not fought for in boardrooms. This is generational power, the kind that shapes global politics and outlasts any market crash. But here's the question: what happens when that oil runs dry? When the world moves past liquid gold? Does the empire remain, or does the facade begin to crack? Step past the gilded gates, and you'll enter a world few can even imagine. Picture mile-long marble corridors, palaces that shimmer under the desert sun, and royal motorcades gliding silently down private highways. Dinners are served under the light of 1,000 chandeliers. Celebrations spill onto super yachts anchored in the Mediterranean, each vessel worth more than most American skyscrapers. It's luxury on a scale that makes even the world's wealthiest take notice: gold-plated Rolls Royces, private jets with bulletproof suites, and sprawling compounds so exclusive, satellite images barely capture their true size. But in this kingdom, luxury isn't just about comfort, it's a signal, a reminder of who holds power. Yet behind the gold and marble lies something more: a network of guards, protocols, and invisible boundaries. Every guest is vetted, every move inside the palace is watched. For Saudi Arabia's billionaire royals, living in unimaginable wealth means living in a world where control is absolute and privacy is just another illusion. Saudi Arabia is famous for its generosity, pouring over $130 billion in foreign aid since the 1950s. On the surface, it's a portrait of benevolence: relief flights to Africa, disaster recovery in Asia, food and water delivered to dozens of countries. But look closely, and a pattern emerges: the vast majority of that aid flows to Muslim-majority regions, carefully chosen for their strategic importance. Charity here isn't just kindness, it's a weapon of influence. For every hospital built, a new alliance is forged. For every disaster responded to, Saudi power quietly expands, even the most headline-grabbing gifts, like Prince Al Walid's $1 million donations, double as moves in a much larger geopolitical chess game. It's a masterclass in soft power global image, shaped not just by oil, but by orchestrated acts of goodwill. But the question lingers: is this true generosity, or just a well-tailored mask, crafted to protect the secrets that lie behind the kingdom's shimmering facade from the outside? Saudi Arabia looks like it's rewriting history for women. Since 2016, glossy headlines have celebrated female university graduates, women behind the wheel, and business leaders stepping into boardrooms for the first time in just 6 years. The number of women in the workforce nearly doubled, a transformation that dazzles Western audiences and rebrands the kingdom as a modern, progressive state. But beyond the designer abayas and polished PR, the truth is far more complex. Legal guardianship, strict societal expectations, and a culture of silence still shape every decision. Freedom here can be revoked by a single tweet or a misinterpreted gesture. Even Saudi's wealthiest women, who dine under chandeliers and travel the world, navigate invisible boundaries every day. The royal family parades progress for the cameras, but real autonomy remains tightly controlled. In this world, luxury is common. True freedom, for many, is the rarest privilege of all. So, is this true empowerment or just a performance for the world's approval? Saudi Arabia wants the world to see green literally. Billions are spent on solar farms stretching across the desert and wind turbines spinning on the horizon. The kingdom's leaders promise a carbon-neutral future, boasting over 1 million solar panels and wind farms that could power entire cities. At first glance, it's a dazzling vision: Saudi Arabia as a futuristic eco-powerhouse, ready to lead the world in sustainability. But look deeper, and a stark contradiction emerges. Even as the PR machine touts innovation, the country remains one of the world's largest oil exporters. Pumping millions of barrels a day, oil still fuels the jets, the palaces, and the fortunes behind every marble gate. Critics call it greenwashing, a calculated performance meant to impress global investors, not to transform the nation's core. The illusion is seductive, the campaign meticulously curated. But in a world desperate for real change, is Saudi Arabia's green revolution genuine reform, or just another layer of gold leaf on the empire? Look past the crowns and rituals, and you'll see the Saudi royal family for what it truly is: the world's most powerful corporation. Their holdings go far beyond oil through the Public Investment Fund. They control stakes in global tech giants, luxury resorts, European soccer clubs, and even Hollywood studios. Decisions aren't made in secret chambers alone, but in boardrooms that span continents. This isn't just inherited power, it's engineered dominance, run with the precision of a Fortune 500 giant, but guarded like a medieval dynasty. The Saudi signature is everywhere, from Manhattan skyscrapers to the English Premier League. It's a family business where every member plays a role and every asset serves the brand. While Donald Trump mastered the art of building a public image through spectacle, the House of Saud built an empire on absolute control: quiet, expansive, and meticulously planned. So is this just monarchy on steroids, or the ultimate business empire hidden in plain sight? In November 2017, the opulent Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Riyadh suddenly transformed from a 5-star haven into a high-security detention center. Overnight, over 300 of the kingdom's most powerful princes, ministers, billionaires were summoned, detained, and interrogated within its chandelier-lit halls. Officially, it was an anti-corruption drive. Behind the scenes, it was something else entirely: a sweeping consolidation of power by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Deals were struck behind closed doors, fortunes in the billions transferred to the state, and new lines of loyalty drawn in marble and gold. Even in captivity, Saudi's elite dined on gourmet meals beneath glittering lights, a gilded cage. But a cage nonetheless. This wasn't just about rooting out corruption. It was a signal. No one, no matter how royal or wealthy, stood above the new order. In Saudi Arabia's world of billionaires, loyalty isn't measured in blood, it's measured in billions. So, what's the true price of power behind palace doors? At just 30, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, known as MBS, became the youngest defense minister on the planet. But his ambition didn't stop there. Today, nearly every lever of Saudi power, from oil to military to global investment, rests in his hands. Under his watch, palaces or boardrooms in billion-dollar deals are inked over private dinners aboard $500 million yachts. Personal assets are staggering: a $300 million chateau in France modeled after Versailles, Da Vinci's Salvator Mundi for $450 million, and a custom Boeing 747 dubbed the Flying Palace. But for all the opulence, there's a shadow few talk about. Millions of migrant workers toil out of sight, bound by restrictive laws, building the empire's grandeur while living in hardship. In MBS's Saudi Arabia, control is more than wealth or image. It's the power to orchestrate a nation's destiny. all while the world marvels at the show. So, is this the future of leadership? Or the world's most elegant illusion, so after all the golden palaces, trillion-dollar oil streams, and carefully staged spectacles? What truly defines the world of Saudi Arabia's billionaire royals is it unimaginable wealth, or something far deeper, a power so absolute. Even the truth wears a mask. Every headline, every dazzling skyline is part of a grand production. Progress is broadcast for the world, yet behind closed gates, control remains untouched. The real currency in this kingdom isn't just oil or gold, it's the authority to shape every narrative, silence every dissent, and decide what the world sees. As you step back from this hidden empire, one question lingers: is this the dawn of genuine transformation, or the most expensive performance wealth can buy? Let us know in the comments what shocked you most, the sheer luxury, or the silence behind it all. Do you think power like this can ever be truly shared? Or is it destined to remain in the hands of a chosen few? Subscribe for more untold stories, because in the world of the ultra-rich, the most priceless secrets are always just out of sight.